conservatively... I thought I could get through it without laughing. Peen-ass. How about that? Peen-ass.
This guy's
or
awesome.
a pnas. Maybe that's how it should. Okay, how about this? The Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Penis. Penis conservatively estimated that 22% of these stars have an Earth-like planet with liquid water around it. And that is something that was published right here. You see, now what good is penis if it doesn't have publicity? You got to publicize your penis. That way people know that it's there and that it's very interesting. And it's going to shower them with love. Boy, I got to stop right now. That's just enough. My God. They have stiff competition. They're penetrating insights into the depths of science. Rigorous scientific discoveries. Thoroughly peer-reviewed. Boy, oh boy. 22% of all the stars that look like us have planets with water on them, like the Earth. That totally changes everything, dude. That's like a whole new way of looking at things. So, when we do the math, it comes out that at least 1% of all the stars in the entire cosmos have a potentially habitable Earth-like planet with oceans and lakes and mountains. Wow. 1% of all the stars in the universe. Thank you, penis. That's 100 billion Earth-like planets. Which means, now get a load of this, there are 100 Earth-like planets for every grain of sand in the world. There's a lot of stuff out there. And then, if we make a very conservative assumption, especially in light of what I just showed you, because what did I just show you with Dr. Luc Montagnier? He cooks the 2 test tubes, right? The plain water turns into what? DNA. What did I show you with Pacheco? He takes ordinary beach sand, which is just silicon dioxide, puts it in water, waits 24 hours. What happens? Little critters, like that guy that's pissed off. Okay? So if we assume, which is very erroneous, only 1% of Earth-like planets have life on them, then what do we get? If it'll go, there we go. Every grain of sand on Earth represents an inhabited world in the cosmos. Trip out on that one the next time you're walking down the beach. Just be careful where you're stepping because they might not like it. Ow! 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 Right? That's a lot of worlds. Holy smokes! Forget about Horton Hears a Who. Remember that Dr. Seuss book, right? He's looking at this little dust particle, and there's a whole world on it. Every particle of sand on the beach, on every beach in the world, that's one entire civilized world that could have billions of life forms. Trillions of life forms. But the astonishing stuff goes on. It's even crazier than that. Again, they're being very, very conservative here. based on what I was showing you, considering life exists as a blueprint, assume that 1% of those planets have life that advances to an intelligent level, at least to the level of where we are now. That's not difficult to assume, because we suck. There's a lot farther you can go, right? We're still trying to figure out if we're going to blow each other up. And we're still playing my God is better than your God. God's a freaking Merkaba, okay? He's not going anywhere. He's waiting for you. He, she, it. 1% life advances to an intelligent level. That means that there are 10 quadrillion or 10 million billion intelligent civilizations in the universe. Wow. Now, for the final coup de grace, to tie this all together, we take that same math and we apply it to the Milky Way, to our own home backyard corner. If we do that, if we take the same new formula that we were just working, it cranks out 1 billion planets that we could go move to and live on in our galaxy. 1 billion planets that we could go set up shop in, colonize, build SUVs, and frickin' factory farm cattle and all the good stuff that we love. McDonald's hamburgers. And chemtrails. We'll just start spraying as soon as we get there. Everything from the comforts of home. Spray it up. We're here now. We're Americans. We don't want the sun warming us up too much. Spray that shit. It's getting too hot in here. If we take the same math, we get 100,000 intelligent, habitable worlds that already have civilizations on them. And based on what is said in the Law of One material, they estimate approximately 100 million inhabited planets in our galaxy. That's what they said. And this is based on the cosmic data that came out in the early 1980s that, as I said, I've validated hundreds of data points from this data that confirm what's going on here. 100 million civilizations. So, sorry, old Uncle Drake, but the game has changed. Skeptics are no longer going to get paid off by this nonsense. What has happened, right? Every grain of sand in the entire world is potentially a habitable world that may actually have an intelligent civilization on it. That's really trippy. Think about how many people have made guitars and drums and jazz bands and stuff, right? It's the same harmonics. Those are universal laws. People are singing, right? They write music. There's going to be some incredible commonalities. And what's the idea? The universe is all emanating from that single geometric cluster. It appears that it's multiple, but it's actually all coming from a singular identity. So there's a lot more commonality than we think, because it's all this one creator, it's one identity. This diagram came out from NASA during the same time frame, May of this year, and they splashed it all over the media, the current potentially habitable exoplanets. These are just the ones that are really, really close, as this next slide illustrates. All the stars that we see in the night sky consist of a small selection of the very brightest and nearest stars within this tiny little red circle. So think about that for a minute. Think about how many stars are out there, and those exoplanets I just showed you in the previous slide are all right next door, and they all are like the Earth. So there's lots and lots of stuff out there.